everyone, welcome back to my channel Almost Delulu. I am so glad that I'm finally back on my YouTube channel again. And before I move forward, I want to take a moment and thank this one person who really encouraged me and motivated me to post back. So thank you so much. I know you know who you are, so yeah, thank you. And when I sat down and I thought, okay, what would be a really good idea, good topic to touch on if I were to be doing a very comeback kind of video, then I thought it would be a good idea for me to talk about my journey. So here we go, I guess. But I've always been that one person who thought that healing journey would be just a linear process where I would follow a step or two and then 2 months down the lane I'm magically healed and life is all good and I don't have to follow it again or reiterate something or change anything about my life because it's just magic, right? So I feel like my healing journey started 3 years ago in 2023. When I first came here, I came here with a lot of insecurities, a lot of trauma, and all other things that you can name, right? And I'm sure you're going through that too. So I started off with at that time I started off with journaling, and then I used to journal a lot. That by summer 2023, it felt like I was almost healing. It was oh, I see the progress, you know. And then by fall, I was back. I was down at the bottom and I was okay, this is not helping, maybe I should actually reach out to someone and then probably get help. And then at that time, that was my first time ever to reach out to a therapist, and it was the best decision ever. But but so here how it went. Fall, I went to the therapist, and then it was the best decision, and then it helped me incredibly, and I was all fine. I was magically back to my usual self. I was excited about life. I got involved in a lot of production work which I'm into, and then I've also had made new friends. So it was life was just working out. And then December 2023 happened and I was broken. It's you know how you just don't expect some things to happen in your life and they just come in, and then you're whoa, okay. So I was broken. I feel my start of 2024 was so bad that it's everyone could see how evidently I was broken, because it just felt like my inner child was just gone. It just disappeared. I stopped trusting myself. I couldn't trust myself, my guts or instincts or intuition, whatever you want to call that. I was gone. I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to chat with people. I didn't want to interact with my friends. I was being such a red flag to them, because of which I think I had major fights with one of my close friends, and it was horrible. It was as if okay, I've this bottom and I've reached the underground of it, and I didn't know how to come up. And I remember I was calling up this close friend of mine, and I was sharing all of it, and I was looking complaining at that point. My problem at that point was not that I was heartbroken. It was more of wait, so in 2023 I put so much of effort in healing myself, and why am I here now? Because this is worse than where I started from. Bro, I didn't even realize I would go that down. And to think that when I was heartbroken, it's all the things that I pushed back on, moved on from, all those traumas just came back running as if they never went away, and they were there. And it was such a shock for me to even think about it. That was a surprise. And I'm sure if you are going through your healing journey, you have come across this. And if you didn't, I hope you don't come across this. But if you didn't and you might come across this, then just know that it's normal. It's just a part of healing process. So it's nothing oh, I'm down there, I cannot come up, because here I am. It's 2026 and I'm here. So moving on. So 2024 summer, it was still bad because I graduated and there was a lot of uncertainty. So that added up to my heartbreak. And then I feel one thing at that point was I still kept pushing forward. No matter how bad things were getting, I was I mean, I didn't have no other choice, to be honest. So I just kept moving forward. And then fall 2024 was not as bad because I was really busy. I was traveling for the next half of that year. So I didn't really have time to even think about anything in my life. And then 2025 came. So as 2025 started, I think I kind of like promised one thing, that no matter what, I'm gonna like push forward. Like I'm gonna like try as much as I can to just like move forward and then see where it goes. Because I'm already here. It's, you know, that situation where you're like, I mean, I'm already done. What worse can happen? I was in that zone and I was like, you know what, I'll just like do whatever is like making me happy. And then I started pushing forward. I started like doing those, I mean, practicing those steps that would like help me in the healing journey and stuff. And then I feel like things started changing in 2025 summer, because I've like started working on my first short film, and I was pushing forward. I was like involving myself into like different productions again, and things started changing. But but 2026 happened and it was a great start. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna say that it was same like 2024, so don't worry. It was a great start, but I feel like there was a little bump which made me fall down almost again. And then I feel like, wait, we are in 2026 now, right? Oh my god, I'm treating it as if it was last year, but I feel like I did have a bump, but I feel like something changed and I came back to like my normal self. And guess what? I feel like my inner child is back. The one that I lost in 2023 is finally back. So all this to say is that, listen, healing journey is never linear. It is like waves. It's gonna go down and up and up, down and up. And whenever you're in that phase, just like realize that you're not alone, and then that this process would lead you somewhere. But this is one key thing that I want everyone to hear, is that there is no destination to your like healing journey. So don't keep expecting that you would reach somewhere. I would just say that as you go forward, things will get better, and you will keep getting back your traumas and insecurities every time you're like hitting a rock bottom. But the intensity of it will reduce all the time. Like you'll just like magically realize. Now you're like, okay, Harita, you gave me your like story. I've heard it for like, I've been hearing it for the last 5 minutes, but what even helped you? Like, what did you even do? Yep, I'm gonna get to that. So I think the first ever thing that I remember that I did in my healing journey was, this is my favorite thing. Like, I feel like I should be doing this more often, but then I keep forgetting because I've got like new stuff that I practice. But the first thing I would ask anyone to do is just sit down. If you are like good with writing, I would suggest write it. But if you're like too lazy and you would rather not want to write, then type it. If that is also not working, it just like use your brain and just keep thinking the stuff, right? So I would say just like start listing down all the insecurities, all the traumas, all the bad stuff that happened, like, you know, that keep coming to you no matter wherever you are. Just like write them down. And then once you listed them down, I would say there are like two ways that you can do. One, maybe if you have a friend that you really, really trust and you know that you can like reach out to them and talk to them about all of that, go ahead, talk to them. Like, make them sit down and then tell them, so there's something that I want to talk about, and this is what I think about myself, and what do you have to say? And you would be so surprised to hear what they have to say. And sometimes someone's opinions on us would make a big difference. But again, do this with someone you really, really trust, because I don't want you to go ahead and do it with someone and then regret it, and now that's again like part of your trauma. That's not what we're trying to do. And if you think you don't have anyone that you want to trust, and if you think you are not comfortable doing that with anyone, then the next best thing that you could do is like, just sit with yourself. And this needs a lot of imagination, so don't laugh when I'm talking about this, but this actually helps. Sit with yourself and imagine that your inner child or whatever self is with you, and imagine that version of you is like your best friend. And now sit and talk about all of these things, like list down all of these things, and then imagine that the other person is just saying whatever your best friend has to say, or like just being so positive, or just consoling you through that list. And then I think that's one thing that definitely helped. Like I remember the first time I did it like in two versions. Like I did speak with my friend, and I was so surprised on how she thought about me. Like it was positive. Okay, so obviously I was like really happy, and that made me feel better because I was like, okay, all this while I had these many things in my head, but honestly maybe they're not as bad as I thought they were. And then I also did that practice with my inner child, and it just felt like my subconscious mind and then my inner child were like so good to me, and I'm on the other hand I'm like so bad to them. So it just made me happy to realize that maybe we could like come together and then help each other kind of situation. So that's one thing. And then the second thing was definitely reaching out to a therapist. I feel like it's really good to reach out to a therapist at least once in your life, because to me when I reached out, she really helped me understand where all of that was coming from. Like honestly, all we had was like we were just like chatting. Like it was as if I was talking to my friend, and I used to be very happy to just go to her and then just have a chat. But then I feel like it's all the questions that she used to ask that made me realize, oh, so this is why I'm feeling this. Because sometimes you might think, oh, you're hurt because of something, but honestly it might have like deeper trauma or deeper stuff than you think it is. So a therapist would definitely help you in that process, because they're obviously like certified to do that. And then the third thing that helped me was putting myself into the things that I really love. Like, so to me, I think I am obsessed about like film production and anything related to that. I love being on sets. So I forced myself to like be on those sets. Like no matter what position I had, I didn't care because I was just enjoying. And I know that every time I'm in a set, I'm like always in present. So maybe try to find that one activity or one thing that would make you want to just be in present, you know? So that's definitely one thing that helped me. And then the other one would be, oh, this is my favorite. Like, okay, so I have a habit where like every time I'm like confused on what to decide, or like I'm just like, I just want to be in a slump and I don't want to move, but I need like motivation. I just imagine myself like I imagine my like future self, you know, the one that has like everything that I really want. And I just think, okay, if she were me like right now, what would she do? Like what would she choose? And you would definitely have an answer. And by that I am not trying to say that, oh, she always chooses me to like get up off that bed and rush to whatever work that I have to do. No, sometimes she also wants me to just rot in that bed because I need it. So it is also important to process your feelings, so don't forget that while you're practicing all these. And then the other one would be, okay, so this one I've used in 2025 before I worked on my first short film ever, because at that time I've had like a lot of like doubts on me. I was not confident enough in my like skills for directing and stuff. And this I try to like practice as much as I can, is basically take a week off. Take a week off from literally everything. Like I would say, so what I did at that time was like I just took a week off and I basically put myself away from anything that I thought was like messing with my head. Like for example, I reduced my Instagram time. I think I was not even like looking at any social media, and then I wasn't even like speaking with my parents. I mean, if that helps you, just speak with your parents. But like to me at that time, it felt like every time I'm speaking with them, that was giving me anxiety. So I basically like cancelled out all the things that gave me anxiety, and I just like lived. Like I just did like little things that just made me happy. Like I just woke up without any alarm. I was just eating the food that I want to eat. If I wanted to go out, I went out. I just like lived in the present, you know, like I didn't care about anything. I lived in the present, and I don't know, life felt like much simpler. And you know how they say that when you're living in the moment, your intuition talks to you and then it just pushes you to this place that you have to be. It felt like I've lived that. It felt like it actually helped me do that. Like before that one week, I didn't even have any intention to direct something. I've always thought of doing it. I've always liked the idea of it. But every time I thought about it, I was like, please, like, you're not like that skilled, so you shouldn't be doing that. But that week changed everything. Like I randomly walked into a bookstore that day because I wanted to, and then I picked up a book, and that book inspired me to write something. And one morning I was like, oh yeah, I want to just send a text in a group and see if anyone's interested. And then 10 people showed up, and I was like, whoa, okay, then this should go. Like this should happen, and then that just inspired me. So it's like every time you're in a phase where like you feel very like demotivated, and you know that rotten slump phase, and you just don't want to like come out of it, maybe that's when you want to use that. Like, I'm not saying that is only when you have to use it, but probably that's the best when you use it. And then the last one, oh, this, okay, oh my god, I don't know why I put this in the last, because I low-key preach about this to like everyone in my world. Meditation and journaling are like the keys. Like, no matter wherever you are in your life, like you're happy, you're sad, you're healing, you're not healing, you're like peaceful, content, whatever, I would still ask everyone to like have a habit of like meditating and then journaling, because it helps you a lot. Because I feel like, to me, they are those things that would help me process my thoughts and help me like understand where anything is coming from, or just like make my day peaceful. So that's definitely something I would ask you to try. In terms of like journaling prompts, I usually like use Claude to come up with a prompt. Like, I give it a situation and I'll be like, so this is what I'm going through, can you come up with like good journaling prompts, so I could like just like write it down and then probably process through it. So yep, I think those are all the things. I feel like there is like something that's like running in my head, but I'm not able to like point at which one I'm missing. But again, hey, we have shorts, so please stay tuned to like my YouTube shorts too, because in case I forget anything, I'm definitely gonna post that over there too. So yeah, that's about it. And before I end this whole video, all I want to say is, hey, inner child Harita, or hey, anyone out there who's going through this process, you're not alone. And just because you hit a rock bottom doesn't mean that it's not gonna work out, or you're not gonna come out of it, or that like your traumas are not gonna leave you at all. No, that's not true. You're gonna go past through it, you're gonna come back up, and you're gonna live the life that you've always wanted to. So all I want you to know is that just stay motivated, do everything that it takes to keep yourself happy, and yeah, keep trusting your gut and intuition. It's always helping you, you know. That's about it, I guess. Until then, see you.